everybody. Welcome back to the Julie and Jim Traber podcast. I am Jim Traber, along with my beautiful wife, Mrs. Julie Traber. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I've had a tough week, but let me tell you this. You and I are dressed very differently today.
You know, it's interesting weather here.
Oh, every other day.
We had an 80-degree day the other day. It's so hot and muggy. And then we had all sorts of crazy weather with tornado warnings going off. And there were actually some tornadoes on the perimeter of where we live.
Yeah.
Some people lost their lives. So really crazy weather. And then I woke up this morning and it was freezing in our room. I had left the window open and it might have been, 50, 55 in there?
It was 50 degrees in our bed.
It was really
But here's the
chilly.
deal. So Saturday is going to be like 78 degrees and like sunny. And Sunday is going to be like 53 degrees and starting like rainy. And then Monday, the low is going to be like 25.
It's going to be high of 40s, right?
48, 50, yeah.
Yeah. It's officially crazy weather season here.
Yeah, we've had tornadoes and it's not even tornado season yet.
I'm not complaining because I do, in the midst of us having a cold day, I'm just happy that we have some sunshine and nice weather. But it does make it difficult to know what to wear. Like I'll start out some mornings wearing sweatshirts, sweatpants, and by that afternoon I've got shorts and a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
A lot of outfit changes.
Well, I just decided today I don't care how cold it is. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah.
Well, with legs like that, I don't know why you would do anything else.
It's horrible.
There's
talk about it.
You have really got great legs.
Get
I tell you that
here.
all the time.
I have no hair on my legs down here. It's all falling off, just like my dad.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I do know you need to start wearing shin guards, though. That's your next thing, shorts and shin guards.
My shins are really messed up.
You do hit yourself a lot.
We got to get up tomorrow morning about 5:30 in the morning.
Jim's finally getting an MRI to see what's going on with his back and hips.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun early morning adventure for us.
When you go get MRIs, because for people that don't know, I'm claustrophobic. I can't get inside the tube when it's just horrible.
Do that. Yeah.
And so I have to take Valiums, and you have to take care of me. And then we come home, and I get a little nap in, and then I'm pretty good. But I can't stand getting these things. But here's the deal with MRIs. You want to know what's happening, but you don't want to know. I mean, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want them to go in there and go, oh, my gosh, man, you are really messed up, you know? And, but you also don't want them to go in there and say, nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong, yeah.
So it's a really hard, I'm always mentally messed up about getting to go get MRIs because I'm in a lot of pain. And if there's not something wrong, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just cut your hip off.
That's true. That's true.
So I'm not real happy about it. But yeah,
so everybody say a little prayer for Jim.
Well, by the time they listen to this.
No, but just that you can get it under control. You figure something out. Yes,
yeah,
for
we
sure.
do, man. We need to figure something out.
But we do have good news. You went down and played some
Are you
poker
pregnant?
last weekend.
That's right. I did play poker last weekend.
And you came in fourth out of a pretty good-sized tournament.
480 people. Yeah, it was a senior event. The senior events are fun, man, because the old men, they don't do crazy things like them youngsters do, you know?
Right.
And
well, you're one of the youngsters in the senior event. You're still pretty young.
I don't know about that. 64 is not real young. There's a bunch of people in their 50s, but there's a lot of people older than me too. But it was a fun tournament, man. It went really well. The day before I had done pretty well, but I just couldn't get over the hump, you know, in that other tournament.
But you cashed.
I cashed in that tournament, and then I just started rolling, man. I just got some really. I told you, I texted you. I had about 7 minutes of the greatest poker that's ever been played. It was incredible.
Just winning hand after winning hand.
I went from 45,000 in chips to 250,000 in chips in 7 minutes.
Wow, that's fun.
Just obliterated this one guy, took his whole stack, and then the very next hand, I got pocket kings and flopped a king, and some dude pushed all into me, and I call and took his stack. And then the very next one, I hit like a 2-outer, like for a straight, and blew this dude out of the water, and he never saw it coming. So 3 hands in a row. And the guy next to me is going, "Wow, man, you're on fire."
Well, here's
I said,
what
"Well, let's hope
I
it
know.
continues."
As your wife,
Yes.
you call me most breaks. And
Every break.
every break. But that tournament was really fun for me because every break you were in a super happy mood. That almost never happens.
That is true. But, we went down to the very end of the tournament, and we were down to the last 4 players. And,
You jinxed yourself.
Okay, go ahead and tell.
You jinxed yourself.
Tell everybody.
You tell.
No, you tell.
You said I was right about
You're
that.
the one that said I jinxed it. Go ahead.
Jim?
That wasn't what direction I was going,
Oh,
but go ahead.
I thought you were.
No, I had another direction, but go ahead.
Well, you hadn't posted about it all day. You'd been doing so great, and I was so proud of you. And then you called me. You had said, we're down to 4, and I was so excited for you. And then you called me right back, and you said, I'm out. And you're really upset, which was crazy because you were second in the lead with chips.
Right.
And then I opened up my Instagram, and you had posted that we're down to 4. And then you were the next one out. And I was like, Jim, as superstitious as you are about everything, I cannot believe you changed it up and did something like
Well, it's not happening again.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was second in chips to
Yes.
Daniel Lowry, who is a superstar. He's got 21 rings, and I got 1.
I thought for sure it would come down to the two of you.
It was supposed
Right,
to.
right.
He had about 8 million in chips. I had about 3 million in chips. And then these 2 dudes at the end, one of them had like 300,000 and the other one had like 400,000.
Right. They weren't even close.
Yeah. And I could have just sat there
Sure.
and just waited. But you know me, that's not who I am.
And you had a really good hand. You should have won.
I had a great hand. Well, I mean, he was 18%.
If you weren't playing against Daniel Lowry, but he's like the luckiest man
He's
ever.
lucky and good.
And he knows he's lucky.
He does. He admits it. He
He
tells you.
expects it.
Yeah. Yeah. He had 4-7. That was his hand.
Crazy.
And there was a 5-6 on the board. And the only card he could get was an 8 or a 3 because I had 3 of a kind. And he got an 8. And I was gone. See you later. So I could have won more money easily.
Yeah.
But, here's the deal.
But it was a lot of fun.
First place in these tournaments, you get a free trip to the Bahamas, and they pay your buy-in to that tournament.
Yeah.
Down there. So I was thinking, well, this would be fun, but nope, didn't work out. But that's okay. Because you know what? I'm actually happy for him because that's basically – now, he has another job. He owns a company or something, but he does it as a pro, basically.
Right. Yes.
And I don't.
He's like on a mission
To get the most rings ever.
to get
And he's
the most
going
rings.
against this other guy that everybody can't stand.
Well, and here's the best thing that ever happened to him. He turned 50.
You're right.
So that gives him another tournament he
He's
can play
been winning.
in.
He's won some senior
Yes.
events already.
Yes.
And those rings count.
So the seniors don't know what to do with him because he's new to the senior events, correct?
See, I know how to play against him, but
well, right.
I messed
But I'm
up.
just saying it's
Yeah,
it's,
you're right. No, you're right. They can't play against him. They don't know what to do.
Yes.
Because he just throws it in and goes here, but he has a method to his madness.
Yeah.
And he's really good. And he's a good dude, too.
Well, you played really well. I'm super proud of you.
I've been playing pretty good lately. I'm happy
It's
about it.
fun. So we're going back down this weekend.
That's right.
Or going back up. I always do that.
That's
We're
right.
going back up.
Tulsa. We're going to Tulsa. That's right. We're going back up there again and see what I can do. And there's another senior event, but there's a bigger one on the weekends on Saturday. So I'll play that one and see how it
what
goes.
happens.
And then if it doesn't go very well, then I'll play the senior event again.
Well, good luck to you, my love.
I love that they're putting the senior events back on Sundays because they kept
That's
putting
helpful.
it on Monday.
I know. Well, they're thinking senior events, nobody works.
Yeah, well, I do.
But you know what? A lot of them do work. A lot of them work, so they can't play them.
Yeah, the older guys work now. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I told you this before. I'll tell you again. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do something big someday. I don't know when it's gonna happen.
You know what? I believe in you, sweetie.
Do you?
I believe in you.
Really?
Yes. You sound doubtful.
Okay, enough that maybe the next weekend we'll go somewhere else and play? No, it's in all seriousness, though, we should go into some places and play those senior events,
Yeah, that's
more
true.
often because the seniors are, like I said, the youngsters, they're crazy. They just throw their chips
Yeah,
around
they
and do
do.
whatever they want to do. But the oldsters, they don't do that. So
That's right. They're
Well,
a little
anyway.
more level-headed.
thank you.
A little more wisdom.
You put up with a lot being married to me, and
It
I
was
appreciate
funny
it.
because I ended up hitching a ride back with some friends of ours because I didn't know how long you were going to go, and I had to work the next day. I had to go get the little guy. And so we were talking on the way home, and my friend brought up, she said, are we the only wives that are in and out of those tournaments? And he said, yeah, for the most part. So I do think that it is.
Well, that's not really true, but Daniel Lowry's wife was there.
But she normally doesn't hang out in the poker room. She came down for the final table,
hang
right?
out there. I mean, you
That's
come in
true.
for a little bit, so. And then that one couple, Eric and Lauren Bunce, they're married. They play at the same time.
They play together.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know. I don't really. You're right. I don't see a lot of wives. You're amazing.
I have a lot of the guys tell me that they wish their wife would come in and see them and hang out with them.
I think the guys wish that you were their wife.
No.
Yes,
but you're beating me down on that because you're like,
No, I'm not
all the
beating you
wives
down.
hang out there, so it's
No. I'm saying they wish you were their wife.
nobody wishes that. Sweet.
Yes, they do, Jewel. I see how they look at you when you're sitting over
my
there.
goodness.
Yeah, they know you look good.
Well, listen, we
And
have.
I say, she's mine.
I did get a little hug from Doug Paxton,
Big Doug.
and somebody yelled at him and said, Doug, Jim doesn't share.
That's
He's
right.
adorable. He was sitting on your rail when I came in.
He's like 90 years old.
He was rooting you on. I thought that was so cute.
Yeah, he's like 90 years old, one of the best poker players in the history of the state. And,
He's adorable.
He's still good. Matter of fact, this tournament going on right now, and he's got a good stack. So
He told me it keeps him alive and it keeps his mind sharp. So,
boy, 90 years old. The chances of me playing poker, well, first of all, being alive is ridiculous, but for me to play poker at 90 years old, 26 years from now,
he was telling me how important it is for men to to do something competitive.
yeah.
That's what men are all about. He was giving me some life lessons over there.
Well, I will say that we talked about this on the radio today. If you don't know, I do a
Really?
sports talk radio show, 98.1 in Oklahoma City and all around. But we talked about that today, and when I gave up golf, I needed something to compete.
Yeah.
I wish I could still play golf, but I can't. So, I got to have some competition. It's the way I am, always have been. So this is fun to compete.
That gives you that outlet.
Unless they get a lucky card, then I get mad. But no, I do pretty
You're
good.
doing better, but that's where you can still work on it.
I have been a billion times
That's something we were talking about because I heard that Daniel Lowry used to be a wild man.
Oh,
He'd
yeah,
get so mad.
he got thrown out of a...
And he admits that that's something he really had to work on.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to play poker all the time, that's how cards are, right?
Yeah.
So
Bad things can happen.
you just can't lose control like
Well,
that.
and the guy Daniel called me after it was over with the other night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I drove home.
Mm-hmm.
I got home at like 3:30. But anyway, and called me up and said, listen, man, I'm sorry. I said, don't be sorry. He goes, but I'm a big competitor. You're a big competitor. We
Sure.
both want to win.
You would have done it to him.
I said, Daniel, I told him congratulations.
Yeah.
I said, Daniel, dude, go, you do what you do, man. I mean, I don't want anybody to hand it to me.
Right.
I want to compete.
Yeah.
And I had an 82% chance
Yeah.
with one card to go, and I lost. That's the way it
That's
goes.
what I'm saying. It's cards. So
Yeah.
you have to learn to control yourself at the table and
It's not easy, though, for people like me.
I know.
You know that.
I know. But
People out there are going to think I've got this horrific
Jim
temper.
humps the table ever. He wants to.
I would like to throw the table over sometimes, yeah. I don't. When I lost with pocket aces like 3 times and out in Vegas, I wanted to throw the table. I did. I wanted to throw the table. But that's okay. But I feel good about the way I'm playing. And
Good.
I make sure I get up and walk with my back to make sure I don't sit too long.
Yeah.
But you are an amazing woman to put up with what you have to.
Thank you.
Not
sweetie.
only just the poker, but me with my pain and helping me with my shoes and socks and stuff. Just look at that camera right there and say, ladies, it is not easy to be married to Jim Traber.
I'm not going to say that. I love being married to you.
But it's not easy.
Well, anything that's worth doing is not necessarily going to be easy, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I said something today. They just had a big meeting up in Washington, D.C. Donald Trump decided that he was going to take in all these different college football people and everything. They want to talk about what's going on with college sports,
I heard that our boy Joe Castiglione was there.
Joseph was there. There were many, lots of people there. Tiger Woods. It was lots, like 100
We know
people.
Joe and love Joe.
I love Joe, yeah. But anyway, Donald Trump, I guess, after when he talked to the media, said, I really would just like to go back to the way it was. And on the radio today, I said, yeah, and I'd like to go back 30 years when I could walk and do anything I wanted to do and play golf.
Yeah.
It's not going back.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
That's right. Now,
something like that.
We have talked about this before. I had an unbelievable high school time, but yours was not as good. Is there a period of time in your life that you would like to go back to?
I mean, I'm as happy now as I've ever been. I think if I were to pick a time to go back, it would be when our girls were little and we were newly married. It was one of my most happy times.
That's the same time for me.
We're still young and
I was still being able to do stuff.
Yeah. It's interesting because my friend and I were talking about that this weekend, that we were talking about how as men get older, I don't know if this is a men-woman thing. I've never met a woman who does this. But a lot of men, the older they get, they become more and more nostalgic about high school, which is
Women
interesting.
do that too, that have good high school experiences.
I've never heard of a woman doing that. But here's the thing. I've read up on it. My dad's this way. My dad talks about those days, like before he got married, when he was newly married. That's what he's very nostalgic, and he goes back to that time. And I've read up on that as you get older, your nostalgia takes you back to the time that you were happiest in your life. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if that's really true. But it would make sense for a lot of people that high school was like their peak, when they were footloose and fancy free, or when they were like the biggest.
They have to pay bills and everything else.
Or they were like the big athlete,
Yeah.
like maybe they didn't play beyond high school or whatever the reason. I think for women, it's different a lot of times. Not that I've polled many women, but I just don't hear them talking about, probably I hear more about college than I would high school. But more than that, I feel like it's when your kids were little, because that's your happiest time as a woman, is when you've got all your family together and everybody's young and everything's still pretty pure and innocent, and you've got everybody under one roof again, But what is your theory on that? Because I don't think you're somebody who's going to be nostalgic about high school, even though you had one of the greatest high school careers ever.
I had one of the most unbelievable experiences in high school you could ever have. I mean,
but you're really not like that about high school.
The only time I get like that is when we have a reunion and I sit down with all the boys and we start talking about things. But yeah, you're right. I know. I mean, my life, I'll tell you this. This is something that I've never said to you, I don't think. But
okay.
I wish that you were my wife because my place should be when I was in the big leagues.
Right.
I mean, my whole life from 5 years old, I told my mom and dad, I'm going to go play in the big leagues. All I want to do is play Major League Baseball. And then I get there and I'm in this horrific marriage. I got massive things going on all around me. I should be saying, well, I'd go back to
the best time of your life, yeah.
I wish you would have been my wife, because you would have been the most supportive person as you are, and it probably would have been a lot better. I probably would have played longer. It would have been a lot better, but I don't. That's really sad. I made it to the pinnacle of where I wanted to be, and that is not the place that I would say I would go back to. Now, isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, that's really
weird. But it's
weird.
understandable, because you weren't the happiest there.
I was not happy.
You thought that was going to make you happy.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Well, I'm telling you, if I'd have been with you, I would have been happy, though.
Yeah.
Because the big leagues was about as good as it gets. I mean, the way you're treated and all the other stuff.
Right.
But when you come home at night and, you got things that are messed up, it's just not, everybody knows that's just not as good. That's why we're trying to help you all with your marriages out there. So you don't have that.
It makes a difference.
Oh, it makes an unbelievable difference. And I'll tell you what,
it really, I mean, you asking me that's really kind of, it's kind of a big aha thing, right? When you go, I'm living my happiest moment right now.
I would agree with you if I wasn't in so much pain.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I would. My life right now is wonderful. I mean, we got our grandbabies, and I mean, I've established myself in my job. We're not too far away from probably retiring. So I mean, it's a wonderful time.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and I know people get tired of me and you too, but the pain just is bad. If I had no pain right now, I'd be one of the happiest men in the world.
It's like that saying where they're like, you think you've got a problem, something minor, until you lose your health.
Right.
And then you understand, what's important.
Right.
Or it's like, oh, you think you've got an issue here and then you lose your job. And then you realize, what problems really are. It's all those things. It's perspective,
Jay Pitt
right?
said to me earlier today, it could be worse. We were talking about something, and he goes, it could be worse.
That's true.
And I always say back, when someone says that to me, I say, it also could be better.
That's true.
But yeah, no, that's something that I think about once in a while, about, golly, man, I always wanted to get to the big leagues, and it just wasn't the experience that I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And my dad and I were kind of brawling a little bit at times because, he was never happy with what I was doing as far as hitting was concerned. He'd watch me on TV and tell me blah, 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 and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It was just tough.
It's interesting because, my friend and I were talking, and she was telling me that her husband in his office has all of his trophies and everything from high school, everywhere.
Right.
And I said, this is going to make me sound really terrible, really terrible. Because when Jim and I got married, he had all of these things to do with baseball up. And we moved into a house together, and I said, okay, you have to pick a couple things. We're not going to put these up all over the house. Pick a couple things. Because here's the thing, that was then, and now we have to figure out what's the thing we're going to do next.
Well, we had to have room for all your clothes, too.
I didn't have clothes back then. I was really poor. But that was kind of mean. But actually, the more I thought about it with what she's saying is we didn't live in the past. You and I were starting a new future together.
Right, yeah.
And yes, you had achieved this amazing thing with your life, but you were only 33 years old when I met you. So what are we going to do with the rest of our life? And you've gone on to achieve so many amazing other things, right? To hit so many other goals. And I just don't think you can get there if you're stuck in the past thinking, this was my greatest moment, right?
But I have some awards that are in our second
in our garage.
People listen. I mean, like you make an all-star team in the major leagues. I was like the all-star in Japan. Like I was the number one first baseman in the entire country. And they had some dudes over there that could play, and dudes they loved. And I beat them out for that.
Right.
And I've got this incredible, tell them about it. I mean, this one award I have is like, it looks like it's worth, if you could sell it, it'd be sold for like $1 million.
It weighs like 80 pounds.
And it's all gold and everything.
We've taken it from house to house to house.
And it's got Japanese written on it.
Where do you even put something like that in this house?
I don't know, but it's an impressive award.
It is. We finally, a couple years ago, mounted one of your jerseys and hung that up.
That's right. I got a jersey, yeah. But, yeah, that's...
But I'm telling you,
I don't reminisce very much.
It sounds mean, though, that I did that.
Yeah.
But I think it was a wise decision. We're like, okay, look, we're starting a new life together. That was in your past. That was before me. What are we going to do now?
Whenever I talk about high school or college, what do you start doing?
I sing Glory Days.
That's right. She starts singing Glory Days. Oh, passed you by, Glory Days.
No.
Yes, you do.
I used to more than now. But yeah.
Well, because you've stopped me from reminiscing. Look, we're talking about it right now. You don't have to do it anymore.
Oh, that's funny. This
listen,
podcast's taken a really interesting turn.
I don't care, though. I really don't care about... I'm very proud of what I've done in my life. But I'm even more proud of being a good husband and a good father and a good big daddy. Because I think that's... And also, one of the things I'm proud of is to be able to be on the radio and spread the word of God. Even though I've been in trouble for it a couple times, I'm able to talk about it and help people with Rob's Ranch and everything like that.
That's important.
Speaking of Rob's Ranch, they're about as good as it gets. You know that. And we had another person just the other day walk in on him and go, "Hey, I heard that Traber guy." I guess he was drunk when he walked in, and they had to detox him and everything. And Rob's Ranch, if you know somebody who is addicted to alcohol or drugs, this is the place to go. For men mostly, but also they have an outpatient one here in Edmond, Oklahoma, not far from us. And that's for women and couples and kids and things. But what they do for men, Joel, and unfortunately, you've dealt with some alcoholism in your lifetime, and it's not. It doesn't it affect everybody?
Yeah. I mean, the ripple effect, it's your extended family, your immediate family. I mean, I ended up, my first divorce was over alcohol. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's a big deal to me. I see what it does to the families, and my girls don't have a relationship with their biological father because of that. Yeah, it ruins families.
Now, you said your first divorce. Is there a second divorce that I don't know about?
No, my only divorce.
I mean, I was wondering when you said first divorce. I'm like, wow, we're gonna really cover some ground here on this one.
I did not mean to let that slip on this podcast.
Okay. Anyway, go to robsranch.org. All the way down at the bottom. If you want to donate some money, you can. They have scholarships for people that can't afford it. But we're just trying to get you help through God. It's a Christ-based center, and it's just awesome. Just awesome.
Path to miracles.
All right, what do we got going today?
So we've been hitting some deep territory. I'm going to reel it back now on something.
Go ahead, reel it back.
Something completely shallow and silly.
We've already talked a long time.
I know. Maybe we should save this for next time.
Let's do it.
So this is about the smell test. The smell test.
You really have been on me lately about me smelling things lately. You know that we did a podcast a while ago where you were talking about how I smell all these different things around the house and everything.
Yeah. Well, no, that wasn't a podcast about it. You were going through that. You were smelling things that didn't exist.
Right.
This is about a study that was done at the University of Oxford. They polled 235 people over 9 different cultures, and they took 10 different specific scents. And what they wanted to find out is, do people across cultures and countries feel the same way about smell? You know, or just in America, we do. So they took these 10 different scents and they basically polled these people. So here's the 10 scents. I'm going to give it to you in the order from first 10 cents. Good. S-C-E-N-T-S.
Gotcha.
Scents. And so I'm going to give you from best to worst. These are the 10. Okay.
Best, you mean the people like them?
Yes. Okay. So vanilla.
Okay.
Peach, pineapple, so they did a fruity scent. The third one was floral or lavender. That was the one. 4 was spicy, like a clove, a spicy scent. Number 5 was a rose floral perfume. Number 6 was mushroom, like an earthy smell. 7 was rancid dairy, sour milk. 8 is green bell peppers. 9 is a strong garlic or sulfur smell. And then number 10 was sweaty feet. Okay. So as I said, the top were vanilla, the peaches and lavender. And then the bottom, this one just blew me away, green peppers. I just had no idea that a lot of people do not like the smell of green peppers.
I don't even know what they smell like.
I don't know, but I like them. I try to put them in everything. And I thought maybe I should ask people, do you like the smell of green peppers?
Well, if you cook them, though, doesn't the smell change?
I guess so. But maybe people associate smells and taste. So maybe people that don't like the smell don't want to eat, like you don't like the smell of broccoli and you won't go near it.
I don't want any part of it. Now, let me ask you this. Here's something interesting to me. I'm just kind of surmising about this for a second. I would think that the Asian people, because I played baseball in Japan.
Right.
And there are a lot of smells in Japan that we do not have in the United States because of some of their cooking and stuff. And they, frankly, eat stuff that is beyond belief. The United States would be looking like, that's unbelievable. And so I would assume that in this deal, the Asian people put up with smells a lot better than probably the Americans. That would be my guess.
I did not do enough research to go the direction you're taking this right now.
I'm sorry.
So I don't know. Maybe.
I
feel like that's something you could research later.
I'm telling you, when I was in Japan, you walk up and down the streets, there were some smells now. There were some smells.
Well, I thought you would find this podcast interesting because
I'm a smelling machine.
You have a really strong sense of smell.
I love the smell.
And I also have a strong sense of smell. We aren't always smelling the same thing.
Well, that's just because you're wrong. My nose is better than your nose.
But it did take us down a different path when we were talking about this because we were curious about smells that you love that other people think are weird, right?
Yeah.
And so basically our nose smells, okay? So we detect tiny compounds in the air. That's what we're smelling. But our brain turns into nostalgia. So we smell something and it turns into comfort or joy or happiness. It
Something that reminds us of
so it
something?
reveals how deeply a scent is connected to human experience. And I thought, that's probably true because there's a lot of smells that I love that I've loved since childhood. And maybe that's true. So number one that was on this list that I was looking at was gasoline. Like a lot of people like the smell.
A lot of people.
I don't just love the smell of gasoline, but I love the smell of certain exhausts. Like, I don't know why, but in the winter, when you can smell the exhaust from certain cars, I could just get behind there and just like,
well, I
love
like
it.
Lawnmowers. When you start it
That
up with
smell.
the gas and it pops out of the exhaust, that smell to me is great.
Yeah. So
Love
I guess
that
it's
smell.
all considered like gasoline, right? So 12% of the population love the smell of gasoline.
That doesn't surprise me.
25% say they like it, not love, but like it. So that one's kind of interesting. So your nose is smelling benzene, but your brain is saying like road trip, working in the garage with your family. I don't know. What do you think about that concept?
I mean, I'm sure that's what it is. I mean, I'm sure when you smell something, it reminds your brain of something. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I think gasoline, though, there's all different kinds of the diesel and
Yeah,
one
I
guy,
saw specifically when you asked this on your deal, he wrote in that he likes the smell of diesel.
Yeah, and another guy said he likes it like at the beginning of a race.
Interesting.
You know, like a NASCAR race right at the beginning when they're all like cranking their oil. He says that's his favorite smell.
Now here's another number one, rain.
Yeah,
So
rain.
your nose, and I saw somebody wrote in and told you this, they're smelling, I don't know how to pronounce this, petrichor, Petrichor. That's the smell that the rain causes. But your brain says that they were saying that our ancestors thought of rain as survival, right?
Needed water.
Mm-hmm. And so we're like, it's in our DNA to love the smell of that because it's so necessary for our survival.
It's interesting.
I think it's just a clean smell.
That's what I was just going to say. I just think it's like a renewing,
Yes.
refreshing, new smell.
Yes.
You know, especially if it's like humid out and stuff, and then the rain comes,
Right.
and the rain like cools things down.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember some of the rains I had
just
when I was
refreshing.
a little kid.
Yeah.
You just thought we go out in the daggone
yeah.
yard and stand under it, you know.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, rain. I like the smell of rain.
Now here's one you will not appreciate, but I do. New book smell. Like
Yeah,
a new book.
I mean, I couldn't tell you what a new book smells like.
I love it. So your nose smells the chemicals from the printing,
Yeah.
which is kind of like a vanilla and almond hints of that. But your brain associates it with learning and the excitement of getting a new book.
Ooh, well, that's why
me.
I don't smell it then, because I don't have any excitement for a
But
new book.
here's the flip side. A lot of people said old books. So this is weird. So your nose is smelling the actual book decomposing, which is kind of gross to think about. But it's also sending off those smell of almond from the printing, but it's kind of a sweet smell too because it's decomposing. It smells kind of musty. But it said your brain is remembering libraries and like quiet afternoons. And I did think about that. I loved to read as a child to escape from my life. I read all the time. I wasn't really allowed to watch TV, so I read lots of books. Read the whole Nancy Drew series, read the Anne of Green Gables series. I mean, there were just so many books. I just couldn't get enough. And then when I was pregnant with Chelsea, I think that was the last time I had time to just read for pleasure for long periods of time. And I would go to this used bookstore. And it got to where I would just buy a book based on how thick it was. So the thicker, the better, so it would last longer.
Did you ever buy War and Peace?
I did read that.
You
Yes.
read War and Peace?
I did.
Well, that might be the most boring book in the world.
I read every book I could get my hand on, and I did love the smell of the old books. I don't know, there was just something even better about it being old. I know.
This part's all you.
You have no comment. Okay, here's one for you. A lot of people love the smell of chlorine,
Now,
or
that's
they
good.
think they do.
Well, this one people today, and
Well, you're
going
to read those off later, yeah.
But the person said it's just a swimming pool, and chlorine has something to do with
but
it.
that's why, though, he's actually more correct, because they're saying you don't just love the smell of chlorine. What you like is chlorine mixed with sweat and body oils, because it reminds you of summer fun, vacation, all of that.
Swimming
I'm that
pools.
same way when I smell certain sunblocks.
Okay.
It makes me think of, especially stuff with like coconut in it, makes me
That
think of
coconut
vacation.
one is good, yeah. I remember you used to use that oil when I met you. You used to put oil all over you, and that stuff smelled great.
Yeah.
With the little girl with her pulling her pants down.
Yeah.
What is that one?
I can't remember. But yes, I still love that smell.
Yeah,
It's
gosh,
banana boat or one of those.
I used to love.
Yeah.
I used to love. You used to wear that, and I was like, man. Not only did you look good, but you smelled
It
good.
smells great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I grew up in the 80s. My parents did not put sunblock on us ever. And we would do the body oil, baby oil.
Right.
So, get third-degree burns out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Skin cancer, melanoma. We were
That's
not worried. We're not afraid.
No, that's unbelievable.
Little sunning in the hair, turn it orange. It was good looking. Okay. Fresh cut grass.
I love this one.
I do too.
And let me tell you this. It's even more so for me because it reminds me of a baseball field.
Yeah.
You come out and you smell the baseball in the stadium. And I used to love the smells of stadiums, man. Like you smell like popcorn in the stands, and it'd be the grass. And then, I know, I loved it.
I still feel that way when I'm walking in the summer and I'll smell somebody cutting their grass and I will just stop and just breathe it in. I love it. But here's something really sad. So your nose smells green leaf, I think it's volatiles. It's actually a distress signal that plants send out. Isn't that sad?
Because they're getting
They're
killed?
getting cut in half. Yeah, that's kind of sad to think about. But your nose or your brain is actually saying it's a healing effect. It's nostalgic. It's all those things.
I like it. I definitely like fresh cut grass a lot.
So your favorite smell, tell everybody your favorite smell.
My favorite smell is skunk.
Jim loves skunk.
Love the smell of skunk.
I do not love the smell of skunk.
Not many do.
Jim has said if he could find a perfume of the skunk smell, he would douse me in it.
Absolutely. That would be beautiful. Now, I had a person today message me and say, well, you when our dog gets with the skunk, you can come over and clean our dog. It's not that.
Yeah.
I just love the smell. I don't want it on
When a
me.
skunk has been hit in the
Yeah.
side of the road, Jim likes to roll his windows down and just breathe it in as we ride
breathe it
by.
in. I love it.
Well, I
love the
looked it up.
smell.
You're part of a 10% of the population that enjoys that smell.
10%?
Only 10% of the population.
Well, that's pretty high. I thought that would be
I
lower.
thought it would be less.
I did have a couple people say skunk.
That they like it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's another one. It's what I said, exhaust.
Yeah, that's good.
But a lot of people were specified of old engines. Like they like the exhaust from old engines. And maybe that's what I remember from childhood, right?
Yeah.
These newfangled new cars, these new fancy cars,
Yeah,
they don't have as good a
They
smell.
don't smell as much. I agree.
I do like, but I think people were sending in like chocolate chip cookies. Everybody likes that. That's not weird. I was going to say I like new car smell, but that's not weird. I think everybody likes that.
You put new car smell in your car.
Now here's one, nail polish.
I got that.
A lot of
over
people
there.
say nail polish. 20 to 30% of the population like that one.
I like nail polish.
Now I have this weird thing. I actually texted my nail lady today, and I said, her name is Julie also. I said, actually her Vietnamese name is Thuy. Isn't that cute? I feel like she should go by Thuy.
I'd go by Twee.
It's adorable, but she goes by Julie. I said, what is that smell that I love? She said out of all the ladies that she does their nails, there's only 2 of us that like the smell. But when she puts it on, she literally has to stop for a second because I'm like, until the smell's gone. I'm upset. If I would love to take a bottle home, but I feel like I'd be getting high smelling this. It doesn't really have a name. It's called Extreme Prep. It's the best smell in the world.
Does it smell like?
It doesn't smell like. I don't feel the same way about nail polish. It's just this one smell, and it's not nostalgic.
I wonder what's in it.
I don't know, but I love it.
Acetone.
It's wonderful. I don't know. Here's one. Somebody said this to you, but their own, I can't say the word, their own toot.
Toots. If you have gas, you like your own gas.
You like your own smell.
Now, by the way, this one is like that.
I don't feel like mine smell bad.
That's right. She will tell you that her toots don't smell. She will tell you that. Little does she know that sometimes we clear the room. Okay?
But here's the thing. 30% of the population like their own.
That's crazy.
They think it doesn't smell bad. Yeah.
That's a problem.
It's a mental problem.
Because then they do it like they don't care that people are around and stuff.
Now, I asked Jay. He likes the smell of eucalyptus,
Yeah.
tea tree oil, garlic, which was interesting because in the lower bottom part, that number 9 of least favorite was a strong garlic smell or sulfur. Like they put those in the same category.
And they're not the same.
They're not the same.
Sulfur and garlic are way
Very different. I don't mind garlic. I don't just love the smell. I like the way it tastes in food, but
I don't mind the smell.
But then here's something Jay said. Bacon cooking, which I feel like a lot of people love bacon cooking.
Oh, my gosh.
But he hates the smell of bacon, like lingering in the house after you've cooked it, like later.
Yeah, I mean, things can linger. And they turn. They change.
So pull your deal out. Let's hear some really random ones because you've got a lot.
By the way, I want to tell you, did you see that meme on Instagram about that woman? She's this big black woman, and she was singing, and there was another dude over there, and they were singing together, and the lights were down low. And I don't know, somebody had like I don't know what it's called.
Yes, it's a black light thing.
And
yeah.
she tooted.
Yes.
And you could see the gas coming out of her patoot.
It might have been AI, but it was funny. Hey, are you going to be able to find this while you're talking?
I don't know. I mean, I hope so. Let me look here. I got to enter my passcode. I got it. Oh, did it go away?
I figured. That's why I was like, you could be doing that while you talk.
Why don't you do it? I don't know what to tell you. I had to bring that up because I thought that was one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know if it's real. I can't tell what's real anymore. AI has ruined us.
Well, you just say that everything's AI. It doesn't matter. Everything is AI now.
I feel like it might be AI. Okay, you got some really good ones on here.
So I went on the show today on the Sports Animal, and I asked people the question. I said, you can go to my Instagram, at Jim Traber, at Jim Traber. By the way, we went over 16,000 today.
Wow, nice.
Yep, it pushed over 16,000. But at Jim Traber, and I said, go and answer the question. And the question was, what smells good to you that doesn't necessarily
that other people
smell
thinks is weird?
Okay,
yeah.
So here we go. Coffee.
See, that's crazy because I love the smell of coffee. Many people love the smell of coffee.
I don't.
Yeah.
Sharpies.
That's interesting.
I love the smell of Sharpies. Oh, I love the shells, yeah. This one, marijuana.
Now, see, I hate that smell.
I know you do.
Hate that smell.
Similar to the skunk.
Yeah.
Gasoline. This one's crazy. This comes from a woman. Old Navy flip-flops.
I find it funny that she specified Old Navy flip-flops.
Well, because I guess you buy them other places, they don't smell the same.
And I'm guessing this is before a foot's been in them.
Well, yeah, it's brand new, I think.
Brand
obviously.
new. Yeah.
Yeah, Old Navy. Chopsticks.
You know what I think that is, though? I think it's a rubber. Like, there's certain rubber things, like new baby dolls. I love the smell of new baby dolls. Maybe that's a nostalgic thing, but I also think it's the rubber, that smell that they use to make the baby dolls.
Baby dolls.
Yes. I just used to love when I'd get a new baby doll and I'd be like,
okay, ready?
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
Interesting. Do they even smell?
They do. They got a wood smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I'm going to sniff next time we go to P.F. Chang's.
Okay, let's see. Let me go down. Here's some other ones. Burnt popcorn.
Ugh.
You literally, that's your worst, isn't it?
So when I ran the company,
Yeah.
I made the guy that did our vending machines take out popcorn. There was literally a rule at our company that you could not make popcorn in our building because people had burnt the popcorn so many times that I almost couldn't even be in the building. And I'm like, okay, an edict came down, no more popcorn. I can't stand the smell.
This guy would have been upset.
I could barely tolerate popcorn that's not burnt smell, right?
Oh my gosh, that's just beautiful. Yeah, that's right. You don't like regular
I don't
popcorn.
like the smell of popcorn.
All right, here's a good one. WD-40.
That's interesting.
That's a good one.
Jay likes that one.
That does smell good. Remember how I put that on the doors?
Sure.
We got some of that in there.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'll have to go
one.
sniff it after.
Okay, here's one. My wife and I love blasting the outside air while driving through the car wash.
Interesting.
So you know how you got that
The
little
clean
deal
smell?
that comes through. We got to try that next time we go
Okay.
through the car wash. We may
That's
like
funny.
it. This one, I really don't. You got to help me. Aspen trees in September when they turn yellow. I don't know what an aspen tree is.
I don't know. I like the smell of pine trees and all the different trees. So maybe it's just a fall smell, you know?
Yeah. Rain.
Yeah.
New shoes.
I do
Well, you
love
love
that.
that one, don't you?
You know what I think it is? It's leather. I think that's why I like new car smell. I just like the smell of leather.
I told you know about my uncle.
Yes,
My uncle
you said
owned
it
a
smelled
leather
so
factory.
good.
I mean, when you walked in this thing, it was the greatest smell ever. And they're all working on these leather jackets and sewing.
Oh, I
and
bet it
everything.
was
Oh,
great.
it was so. It all. I know this sounds ridiculous. Maybe it shows how sheltered I was as a kid, but it was almost like going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Whenever we went to Johnstown,
So
New York,
cool.
I go, Uncle Jules. That's his name, Jules. You met him. He was one of the greatest men ever. Uncle Jules, can we go down to the shop? And he'd be going, yeah, we'll go down there. Yeah. And we go down, and I would walk in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love
So
that
it's really nostalgic
smell.
for you. But you
Really
and I
good.
both agree on this one because we have leather candles where we
I love leather
we burn that
candles.
in your office.
Yeah, that's a manly candle.
When I
man,
get my
leather.
car cleaned, you're right. I ask for new car smell which is basically leather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Leather's at the top of the list for me.
I do love that.
What's patchouli?
So I think it's like a tobacco smell. We were talking about this,
Oh, I
like a
think
lot of those men candles.
we had a candle like
patchouli.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It smells good.
It's a little bit too much for us. You don't need to see
Well,
things like
is
that.
it though? Is it something you use for like a pipe? Because I love that smell. A lot of people
Well, I
hate.
got that one down here.
A lot of people hate that.
Okay, here's this one. The old sunscreen in a pink bottle smell. Love it.
Maybe that's
My
what
mom
you're
would
talking
drench
about.
us as kids. That's the pink one is what you said earlier, I think.
So patchouli is a fragrant, bushy herb. So it's not what we were thinking.
No, I think that's the smell we're thinking about, but it's an herb.
Oh.
I think they make a candle out of it.
Maybe so.
I'm pretty sure, Joel.
Okay.
All right, here's another one. Hitting chalkboard brushes together.
That's weird. That's a weird one.
Yeah, we need to send him to the doctor. This guy, this one's unbelievable. Fish.
Oh,
Like your hands after handling fish.
you know what?
What in wrong? In
I
fishing.
bet-
He's a fisherman.
I bet that, yes, somebody who just loves to fish,
Yeah.
it's nostalgic for them,
Yeah.
but for no one else. No
Well,
one
and
else is
that's
going
what
to
it's
love that.
supposed to be?
Yes, but no one, you're right. It's going to be hard to.
Pine sol.
That's probably a nostalgic thing.
Here's another one. Propane and the air after a storm.
Okay.
Propane is what you do with like lawnmowers and stuff, and
Yeah.
that smells good. I like that. All right, here's another one. As a plumber, glue and primer are the best part of a job. Usually it hides
Yeah.
the bad parts. Glue. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Here's one.
I do like the primer, like when they were doing our
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
and they don't want you in here breathing it,
That's right, you're
but
not
I like
supposed
to come in. And
Yeah, I know.
It smells
Well,
good.
it's just like if something's good to eat, then it's raw, bad for you.
Probably
Same
bad
with
for
smelling.
you. Yeah.
Pipe tobacco. I love pipe tobacco. My Uncle Jules
I
again.
can't imagine anybody not liking that smell.
It's
But
so
so many people.
good.
Now, I know a lot of people hate cigars,
You love cigars.
but when you go do your show at the cigar place and come home, I just can't quit sniffing you.
Yeah.
I think you smell so good.
Well, pipes
Pipes are even
really
better.
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is. Two-a-days in football when they mark the field using diesel. So they use the diesel. You get the diesel smell with the grass and that's a good one. I remember that in high school. Money.
The smell of money.
That comes from a woman that son we got to go to Rob's Ranch, and he's like in his third year now.
Now, I got to tell you, having worked at a bank for a while
Yeah,
in Florida,
yeah,
where it was super hot,
yeah.
you get to the point where you realize how disgusting and filthy and stinky money is, because literally women would come in and pull their dollar bills out of their bra and hand it to me damp. And I was like, we kept the hand sanitizer. I've never been a big hand sanitizer person, but the places people would pull them out of their socks. I mean, I just can't love the smell. Now, new money, when they give it to you at the bank and it's brand new,
Yeah.
I like that. But I think we're liking that printing smell, that new smell, you know? But I got to tell you, she wouldn't have liked this money being pulled out of the brassiere.
The bigger the bills, the better. They smell the best.
You smell even
Give
better.
me a bunch of hundreds. They smell great. Exhaust.
Yeah.
Here's one. Dental office.
Oh, that's weird. Because you know what? We just recently went to the dentist, and I don't know why. I think I had such bad experiences at the dentist when I was a child that even though now we've had the best dentist for 20, 30 years,
Yep.
We've been going to him a long time. I still go in and I'm just like, ugh. And the sound of the drills. I mean, there's sounds I hear in there, but the smell is like antiseptic.
Hate
I don't
the
like that
sounds.
smell.
Okay, here's another one. Horses. The more, the better. So I guess if you have a bunch of horses, they like the smell of that. Freshly paved asphalt roads or cigars. Freshly paved asphalt
That's
does
got
smell
a
good.
very distinct smell. I don't know
does.
that I like it. I don't dislike it.
It's not bad.
I don't like it.
This guy says coins. I don't know about that one. Being a welder, I love burning welding rods. It's interesting.
That's funny.
Brake cleaner. We're getting a lot of good ones.
We're going to have to sniff some of these things.
Permanent marker. A monster truck show.
I do like, I don't like just regular Sharpie, but I guess that's a permanent marker.
It is,
I do
yeah.
like the permanent marker smell.
Well, they're the same.
I was thinking of just like the markers the kids write with, but permanent markers, I do
permanent
like
markers
that.
are really good.
Yeah.
A monster truck show.
Because they're smelling all that exhaust, right?
That's exactly what it is. Inside the boot barn. That's leather.
The leather.
That's leather.
Yeah.
Two-stroke motor. What is that, Jay? What's a two-stroke motor? It's just gasoline? Okay. Fresh potting soil.
Now, a lot of people wrote like that dirt, earthy smell.
Yeah.
I do not like that smell.
I'm not real high on it either.
That was one of the smells I've been smelling lately that you do not smell.
Well, I've been smelling something you don't smell too. So.
I keep getting whiffs of dirt, and I'm like, where's that coming from?
All right,
it's
paint.
weird. I like that. Yeah.
I like paint. I like the smell they put in natural gas. Here's one that's ridiculous. Feet.
Oh my God. That's so gross. You know what? This is why I don't like a lot of popcorn. I think a lot of popcorn smells like feet.
You do say that.
You get those the popcorn tins for Christmas, you know, and you open them up, and I'm like,
Yeah, you
it's
get
like
mad.
it's like you've got 100 feet,
Unfortunately, I
Stinky
really
feet.
like popcorn.
and then you will just go to town on it, and it's so disgusting.
Malt vinegar. I don't know.
I'm not loving a vinegar smell.
Pencil shavings.
I can see that. Yeah,
This is hilarious. Dog paws. And it says, like Fritos.
I do kind of like that.
They smell like Fritos.
They do smell like Fritos.
Although we've had some dogs that smell worse than that. Sharpie again. Gunpowder and carbon after a gunshot.
I do like that smell. We used to go out for fun and shoot guns, and I do like that smell.
Smell of whiteout. Does that have a smell, whiteout?
I guess so. Boy, I haven't used it in a long time, so I don't know.
Matches.
I love that. We were having a discussion about that at the dinner table tonight.
So when you were tooting and they don't smell, but you use matches to cover it up.
No. I just like to strike matches, and I love the smell. So I was telling you guys that back in the day when I was growing up, we had one bathroom for the whole family. One bathroom for 6 people. And so my mom kept a big box of matches, and that was our air freshener. So if you did go number 2, you would light a match to get rid of the smell in the bathroom. So when I was in there just killing time, I would just start lighting all the matches
Pyromaniac.
and lit my hair on fire. Yeah. We had a lot of close calls with
Hair
matches.
burns quick, too.
And that does not smell good. That's the
Burning
opposite.
hair and you know what's really bad is burning skin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's not good.
gosh, it's so bad.
Yeah. Decaying anything is not great.
Yeah. Now, this is a really good one. My girlfriend's armpits.
That's hilarious. You know what's a really good sign, though? Because I've read so much about this, that when you are in love, you do love the smell of your partner.
Well, you said you like my smell.
I do.
And I am. That's something wrong
You
with
get
me.
mad at me. You're like, stop sniffing me. I like the smell of it.
Here's one that I love. Pine tar. I love pine tar. Reminds me of baseball. How about New Year book, textbook?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. Yeah.
Fresh rain, chemical that they spray on your grass.
I don't love that. Yeah.
Fresh cut grass. Alfalfa. I don't know. I have any idea what alfalfa smells like. Huh?
Hey. Yeah, I like that smell.
Yeah, it's not bad. Burning rubber. I mean, I got so many. Some of them, they're mostly over.
Yeah.
This one says you. That was. I like the smell of you, Gigi Jules.
Oh. I was like, is someone else saying they like your smell?
Love the smell of cow, and then they put poop.
That is weird.
Cow poop. How about this one? The smell of Lowe's, the store.
I just like to go in Lowe's.
I bet you would say the smell of anthropology, right?
I do like that smell.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. Anthropology.
Okay, we should probably
to our
wrap
door
it up.
every second. Maybe let me see. Find one more new one. Garlic, which we talked about early in the thing. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of smells, and it's so weird because we're all different.
It's so true.
We're all different.
I'll tell you the one thing that I really can't stand, though, while we're on smells. I was saying this earlier to you guys at dinner. I cannot stand air fresheners. I cannot stand that.
That one I put in the bathroom was really good.
It has to be really subtle. I just don't like fake,
I like
chemical
the linen.
smells.
I like the clean linen smell.
I saw somebody send in to you that they love clean laundry, but I was like, that's another one like chocolate chip cookies baking. Who doesn't like clean laundry smell? But maybe he meant like a clean laundry scent.
I'll tell you what, I like those daggone bounce smelling things.
I love clean laundry.
Yeah,
I love that smell.
That smells good.
I just like clean, fresh scents. I don't like things that are too heavy. And I feel like those air fresheners are kind of cloying. I'm big on, I don't like intense, overpowering smells.
That's why you don't like skunk. My favorite.
It's why you have to leave the room to spray your body spray now.
All right, listen. We've had a long day today, and we've had a long show. So let's talk about our man, J.R. Holmesy.
Yes, he's the
J.R.
best.
Holmesy is the best. You're right. He's a personal injury lawyer in Oklahoma City, and he is in the top 10 of all personal injury lawyers in the state of Oklahoma.
He's number one to us.
He is number one. He should be number one. Julie and I had a massive accident, and I got over pretty quick because, I'm a bad dude.
You're strong like bull.
Strong like bull. But Julie, she's had some problems still. And, man, he has helped you so much, hasn't he?
Well, he just helped us navigate the entire thing. And I just don't know what we would have done in that situation if we hadn't had him to rely on. So we hope you're never in that position to ever need a personal injury attorney. But if you find yourself there or somebody you love is in that situation, call JR.
405-524-1011, 405-524-1011. And congratulations to him. He rolled a 300 perfect game in bowling the other night.
He's still got it.
He really does.
He's amazing.
So.
He can do it all.
All right, Jewel. Well, I love you so much.
I love you.
And, man, don't forget about our YouTube channel. It's starting to grow. I love it. Tell the people, get to YouTube. Subscribe.
And on any platform that you watch us, if you'll just like every time you watch it, it helps push us to the forefront. I guess it helps a lot. So like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Let's go smell some WD-40. Come on.
All right. Thank you to Jay Pitts, doing a great job as usual. And we'll be back next week for the Julie and Jim Traber podcast.